There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the number 22 team in the country, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Buckeyes will kick it off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense has the ball first today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, get a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And the Hawkeyes will hustle to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Rush is on him. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Finds his man. It's Algier. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Pressure coming. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The Hawkeyes line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line. A group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
Leaves it with the running back. 1 to the 7. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. They've made it to the middle of the season, #1 team in the land, but now is when you have to work on staying there.
Yeah, it's been a really, really good start. Impressed with them, impressed with offense, defense, special teams, complete unit so far. But yes, 7 games in, we ain't crowning a national champion.
No doubt about it. And listen, they've looked good for most of the first half of the year. Obviously, that's why they've got that number beside their name now. But when you're the #1 team, all that means is the games get bigger and bigger as you go. So still lots of meat on the bone for this team.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Past the 45. Push out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A big pickup on that run.
Whew, that might have been a touchdown-saving tackle right there. Offensively, nice play call going with the toss to get that running back to the outside. I'm telling you, if he makes that guy miss, that might have been 6.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. There's the pressure. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Using the quick game. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. As they come over the football 1 minute to go here in the first. Looking downfield on first down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game. They had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks this game.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. And the Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. The give to the back. Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Working the big fella downfield and outside. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the 2nd quarter. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll give it to the back. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. Complete on the comeback. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot it.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive.
This is a running back that can hurt you, not just getting handoffs, but they use him in the passing game as well. They called the screen at the absolute perfect time, and it ends up being a touchdown.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Got a man. It's Algier. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Jefferson. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Algier. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Looking to throw on 3rd. He'll heave it deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Quick strike complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Nice job by the wide receiver getting open on that slant route against man coverage. He fakes like he's going to the outside. He's able to create some separation, cross his face, and then secures the catch.
Plows through the defense.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Algier. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
The screen game for this offense, man, it's a feel thing, like when to call it and when you can anticipate somebody being aggressive, and they pick the right time, man. They hit the defense, 3rd down, big play, slip it right behind the linebackers, make the play, and get the first down.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Still on his feet at the 45. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got him. From the 30-yard line on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's blocked. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
It's first down from the 11. They go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the lone running back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
Under fire. It's complete. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Despite failing earlier on fourth down, they will try again. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run it from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Looking to fire. Gets rid of it. Got it in the middle. It's Algier. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the defense, got him at the 27. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. To the air on first down. Finds his tight end. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The Buckeyes in the hurry up. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Throws for the tight end. He makes a catch. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Touchdown, Buckeyes! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Coming out on first down with the play fake. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Off to the races to the right. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the pummeling has started. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields. Might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to pass. He's got him this time. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. And the Hawkeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Sends it back in motion. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. He's got an open man. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Handoff to the lone back. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Grab behind the line. It's Algier. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Intercepted to stop the threat. Trying to take it back. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the tight end. Showing off down. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Takes a hit as he fires. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you've got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the 2nd half.
And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple. And the Hawkeyes will punt this one away. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. They'll leave it with him. Turning it on. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Got his man downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Buckeyes have this offense rolling. Looking to pass inside the red zone. They get to him as he throws. Touchdown, Ohio State. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. On the run, it's Good. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Kickoff! What a play to set him up! He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The lone back's got it. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Fires to the end zone, and he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. 4th quarter, huge lead. I'm not really sure why you need to take that kind of shot.
You don't. You definitely don't need to. You can run the clock. You can run the football. You can make sure that you're playing it safe and conservative, or you can just go for rub it in your face, eat that. You know, I don't like the other coach.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
It'll be 3rd and long. Power football with the run. He is stopped inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, and an interesting call here on 4th down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Pulls it, fires to the left. Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds a little space. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And the Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Now the play fake. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Quickly complete. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll try to power it in. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Quickly complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Bring in the heat. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or they
breaks into the open. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. They came into this game with plenty of people putting them on upset alert, and they were ready for the challenge.
And they passed it with flying colors. And this is what you want to do as a team. You want to make these little statements across the season. And they proved, Palmer, the difference between them and the other team being ranked is wide, and there's a reason why.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equally, and they showed that here today. Dominating in all 3 phases. This is a team everybody needs to look at.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset.